When you guys practice your knots, you can do them in your house. What I recommend you guys do is you do them on a breath hold, sitting in your living room. Just sit on the ground, stretch out a line, and then tie your ropes around it just like you would during buds at the bottom of the 15-foot section. Hold your breath, sit there with this in front of you, have your line, wait till you feel like you gotta breathe, and you feel that urge to breathe. That's when you wanna start tying your knots. So you have 5 knots. It has to be in order. You have 5 breaths to do your knots in. So the goal is to be able to do 2 to 3 on your first breath and not wait to do 1 breath, 1 knot up, 1 breath, 1 knot up and down. The instructor is going to be in front of you. He's going to go down to the bottom of the pool with you, and you're going to have to tie your knot around the line at the bottom of the 15-foot section. You're going to be on a breath hold, so is he. And he's going to be watching you. So when you do the knot, you have to do it correctly. He's going to check it and give you the okay so you can tie the next knot. All right, so the first one you're going to do in order, you have Beckets Bend, Bowline, Clove Hitch, right angle, square knot. So Beckets Bend is going to be where if you're to do it correctly, you're going to have 2 different lines, right? You're going to have 2 lines. This one maybe is a different diameter than this line, and you want to tie them together. If a Beckets Bend is to tie 2 different types of line together. You're going to have a loop. And when you tie your knot, remember, you're going to go over the bitter end. The line at the bottom of the pool. You're going to go through the loop, around, and then back through, just like that. Okay, so as you can see, the line is looped around the line at the bottom of the pool, and you want to be able to tie that nice and tight. If it's loose, if it's like that, he's going to be like, what the heck's that? He's going to give you a no-go signal. You want it tight, okay? So Beckett's Bend, line just like that around it. When he gives you the okay, then you can untie it. The next one you're going to do is the Bowline knot. Bowline is fantastic for water. Anything in the water, you want to tie something and secure it. This is a Bowline. On either side of this is a Bowline knot. And if I were under the water, I use this many, many times during my time at SDVs, when you got to tie stuff underwater all the time and untie things. If you're to tie regular knots, they're going to get nice and tight in the water. Bowline knot, you can easily untie and tie underwater, and it's not going to tighten itself so tightly that you can't get it out. It's fantastic for holding things in place, all right? So Bowline knot, same thing. You have so Beckett's Bend, you have your open loop on the top. Bowline, you're going to have a closed loop, okay? But you want to have a small bitter end, like that. So you have you have the bitter end, small bitter end, you have the long one, and this is the one you're going to work with, okay? So you're going to hold your loop. It's going to go up through the hole, around the tree, and back through it. Once again, so as you can see, you're not pulling on the loop to tighten it. You're pulling on the bitter ends for the Bowline to tighten that, and that's what you want it to look like. Now, you don't want your knot to be so tight up against the orange line where it's like right up in here, because you can't really see it. So you want to give yourself a little bit of room to work. So you have your Bowline, you have your loop, just like that. So you have plenty of line so they can see your knot. Nice and clean, right? You can make it tight. That's your Bowline. Same thing for the Clove Hitch. You want to make it tight. So you're going to go over the line, across, underneath. Don't have your Clove Hitch like this. You want it to be tight. You're going to want it to look like that under the water. Okay, and you can hold it like this so they can look at it. There's a little X, as you can see. That's what your Clove Hitch looks like under the water. All right, you guys will definitely use those in your time in the teams. The last 2, you're going to have the right angle and square knot. Right angle is basically the same thing as your Clove Hitch, but you're going to do 2 loops around. It's going to look like this. Right angle knot, it's going to look like that. Okay, so instead of 1 loop around, it's going to be 2. Double it up. It's your right angle. And the last one is going to be your square knot. So those of you with iPhones, right, you type in knot, it's going to be a square knot. It's going to show you that as the emoji. It's basically the same thing. Everybody should know how to do a square knot. It's going to look like that. Same thing, give yourself plenty of working room. Square knot under the water is going to look like that. Where you have it nice and tight. Once again, don't let it loose, but keep it tight. Anytime you tie a knot, you're going to hold it there, give him, and he's going to inspect it, he's going to look at it, and he's going to give you the okay. Don't untie your knot until you get the okay.